Hello and welcome back to my channel, Vibe Talks. My name is Jessica Johnson from Western Michigan, for all those who are coming for the first time to view my channel or even view any of my videos. We have a fantastic topic today, as we're going to be talking about the 7 energy points known as the chakras. The reason I chose this topic is because most people don't even know much about them, or how they even play a major part in our life, our health, our spirituality, our energy, as well as us becoming enlightened. We know why we have to brush our teeth. We also know why it's important to take a shower. But for our well-being, it's more than just taking care of our physical vessel. We also have to take care of ourselves inside as well as outside of ourselves, by raising our vibrations to wind up reaching our highest potential. So stay tuned, because you are about to get enlightened. So allow me to tell you a story. In this story, we're going to be talking about the 7 chakras. It's kind of like the wise men, but with the 7 chakras, it's really essential to your life, because it has to do with balancing your energy, balancing your soul, having your soul have that nourishing effect and completion. It also has everything to do with your health as well as your well-being. In this story, we're going to wind up learning about where the 7 chakras originated from, and what does the Eastern spiritual tradition say versus the Western spiritual traditions. We're also going to learn about what makes the 7 chakras essential to our life, and what happens if they're out of balance. You see, the study of the 7 chakras, they originated in the Eastern spiritual traditions. That is considered the 7 primary chakras, which is the basis of our human existence. Yet today, the Western philosophies approach this as a place and emphasis on the 7 chakras as being the representations on different aspects of our life, and describes their functions in various terms encompassing the psychological, the physical, the energetic, and the spiritual. As you can see, both Eastern and Western philosophies in regards to the chakras are absolutely correct in how they view how these energy points are essential to our life. And as we dive deep into this teaching of the chakras, you'll understand why I say this. So, everything living, as in us, the animals, the trees, the plants, we all emit energy. For us, the spinning energy has 7 centers in our body, starting at the base of our spine and moves all the way up the top of our head, making us like walking energetic antennas, emitting energy both to the earth and the universe, making us energetic conductors. However, if one of your chakras spins too quickly, it becomes blocked. But if it moves slowly, your health winds up generally being affected. So let's start with the first chakra, which is your root, which is located at the base of your spine near your tailbone. So when you stand in the grassy backyard with your bare feet, for example, your energy winds up running from your body to the earth, and the earth energy runs from the ground up through you from your feet, which is why we have many nerve endings that connects to many organs throughout our body. Yet the first energy point that it reaches is the root chakra. The root chakra is also called the Muladhara, which means root support. This chakra's role is to connect all your energy with the earth, which is how one winds up grounding themselves. When you think of your root chakra, think of your day-to-day survival here on earth. This energy center's role is to give you everything you need to survive, and for us in this modern age, it typically translates to our financial and our emotional security. When our root chakra is balanced, you'll wind up feeling a sense of accomplishment and peace when you think about money, safety, and shelter in your current life experience. You feel connected to your human experience. Yet when it's overactive, or rather blocked, you instead feel anxiety or jitterness. So think about this. When you go to the doctor and you complain about having anxiety, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to throw pills at you. Instead, examine the core issue that is within your root chakra that is perhaps blocked, that's causing all these issues, such as your insecurity and feeling secure within the foundation of your life, or having that being secure in your emotional state of your life. Physically, you may experience digestive issues, lower back issues, hip pain, or for women, they might wind up experiencing frequent ovarian cysts, and for men, prostate issues. We never realize that with the issues that we deal with from day to day, that is from our body telling us that our chakras are just simply out of balance. Now, when our root chakra is underactive, we may wind up experiencing frequent daydreaming, maybe having trouble concentrating, or simply feeling like our heads are in the clouds. So let me ask you this, and I bet this is a question you're even asking yourself. How do you balance this chakra? How do you reconnect? Well, my answer to this is this, and it's simple. We wind up reconnecting to the earth by being out in nature. I mean, have you ever wondered why people wind up who enjoy nature seems to always be happy and feel more secure in their life experience? You see, doing this involving nature will make you feel so much better. Doing some gardening, maybe going swimming, and I'm not talking about the chlorine-filled pools, I'm talking about the lakes or maybe the oceans. In the fall, play in the leaves with your kids, as it can quickly energize your root chakra. Maybe take a walk in the woods, or even walk barefoot in the grassy park. Why does this all help? It's because you're in nature. So let's talk about the second chakra, which is called the sacral. It's also considered the place of self. This chakra is also about your identity as a human and what you can do. Out of all the other 6 chakras, the sacral is responsible for bringing you creative energy and helping you enrich in your life. It's the type of energy that motivates you to really enjoy the fruits of your labor, including indulging in pleasurable activities like intimacy, for example. The sacral chakra is located right below the belly button, and when balanced, it will feel like you can relish in pleasurable things in life and what it has to offer. And this includes not only really enjoying life, but also without overdoing it either. To you, it is being inspired and enjoying in the indulgence of intimacy, good food, and any type of creative activity. You will have a sense of wellness and abundance from these very activities. Yet, when the chakra is overactive, or rather blocked, many people will wind up facing things like addiction or even gluttony. You see, pleasure is a good thing, as one should never feel guilty for enjoying the good things in life. However, if you do find yourself enjoying things that are not nourishing for your soul or healthy, then it's your sacral chakra that is likely to be out of balance. The symptoms of your sacral chakra being out of balance includes addiction, obesity, hormone imbalances, and being restless. It is helpful to draw energy away from pleasure and into your heart. So ask yourself this before jumping into any type of action, okay? Is what I'm about to do good for me? Is it healthy and nourishing? What are the benefits of the action I'm about to take. When the sacral chakra is underactive, you will feel as though you've spent a lot of time focusing on very productive things without enjoying that fruit of your labor. Symptoms of this include like depression, impotence, which in other words means having a lack of drive and intimacy, or a lack of passion or creativity. Energizing that chakra is simple. Just have fun. Enjoy life. Create art in some form. Eat healthy. And enjoy the time with your partner or loved one. So let's go into the third chakra, which is your solar plex, which is also called the Manipura, which translates to lustrous gem. This chakra is where your self-confidence, your identity, and your personal power are truly born. So allow me to ask, have you ever been in a situation that you just knew wasn't right for you? Where exactly did you feel those cues in your body? I mean, most people would say that they feel those type of cues in their gut, kind of like gut instincts. In reality, this is the seat of your personal power. Your solar plex can make you feel physically with confidence and have wisdom, and it's all within this location. The solar plex starts in the center of your belly button and extends up to your breastbone, or rather where the two sets of ribs connect in the center of your chest, where it winds up connecting to your fourth chakra, which is your heart. So when balanced, if it feels like you have a sense of wisdom and decisiveness, and you wind up feeling like you have personal power. Many wind up referring to this chakra as the warrior chakra, as the feeling that you get is comparable to a wise warrior going into battle, where the warrior has confidence that he will win and the wisdom to know the personal truth of what he or she is fighting for. So how does having a solar plex chakra affect someone when it is blocked or overactive? When a person who has an overactive solar plex, it's when the power that they have over their own life extends into the lives of others, where one has the desire or need to control or even micromanage other people's lives. We all know somebody who does this, right? People who have an overactive solar plex chakra are quick to anger. They wind up showing strong greediness characteristics, or have a lack of compassion or a lack of empathy towards others. People who have this type of imbalance within their third chakra may wind up suffering from digestive issues, or even have issues in their internal organs like their appendix or their pancreas or their liver or their kidney. Underactive solar plex chakras is at times caused when a personal loved one is taken away from someone, either by another person or through extenuating circumstances. When it is underactive, one will feel indecisive, insecure, timid, or even extremely needy. In order to balance this chakra, you need to practice opening up your heart with love and compassion. Meditate on sending love and kindness from your heart to all those around you. Refocus that power you have and see yourself as the beacon of love. And to energize that solar plex chakra is to think of things that you're good at. I mean, after all, everyone has talents and abilities, right? So make a list of those talents and abilities where you could feel how confident you are in those talents, where it can make your stomach tingle and vibrate. Empower that feeling by creating your own personal affirmations. So here we are at finally the heart chakra, which is the fourth chakra, and it's the bridge between the lower chakras and the higher chakras of consciousness. The heart chakra is called the Anahata, which translates into unhurt. This is where your love and compassion and kindness are empowered. The heart chakra is located, and you guessed it, in the heart, where it extends from your breastbone up to your throat, connecting to the 5th chakra of, you guess it, the throat chakra. When it's balanced, you are able to equally love yourself and others. Even during tough times, you are still able to see the compassion and kindness in others. When it's overactive, you'll wind up losing your personal boundaries, where you wind up becoming a doormat to others, where you make unhealthy choices and you do it all in the name of love. It is important to wind up treating yourself with the same compassion and kindness that you give to others. But when the heart chakra is overactive, you may wind up finding yourself always putting the needs of others before your own. Physical symptoms of this could be having a fast heart rate, or even heart palpitations, or frequent heartburn, or dealing with interpersonal relationship issues. If it's underactive, it's usually due to having life experiences of heartbreak. And at times in life, heartbreak winds up teaching us lessons about ourselves and the world around us. Yet it can also be hard not to take these lessons to heart, or rather personally. When the heart chakra is underactive, you'll wind up feeling like it's really hard to get really close to anyone. It's like building a wall around your heart and not letting anyone in. Physically, you'll wind up feeling out of touch with your body and even suffer from circulation issues. Balancing your heart chakra means that taking that love that you've given to others and focusing some of it back on yourself. You can do this by doing one thing every day just for you. For example, take a relaxing bath, light some candles, play some music, and really relax and submerge yourself within the water. Maybe treat yourself to a massage and have all those cells start moving around from somebody giving you a deep tissue massage and getting all those chakras activated. Or even meditate and wind up sending compassion to yourself. Energizing your heart chakra may take a lot of work. It really does. And it begins by loving yourself. How can you learn to love unless it begins with you? How can you love unconditionally unless you love yourself unconditionally? Show appreciation for yourself and give yourself the love that you want others to give to you. Then, spread that compassion to those around you. Now, let's talk about the throat chakra. The throat chakra is the 5th chakra, which is considered very pure. Why? Because it gives a voice to your personal truth. So where does your voice come from? What provides the energy for you to speak? On a physical level, the energy comes from your throat chakra, and it leads us to speak your truth with clarity. Resting above your heart, the throat chakra is connected to the compassion and love that you have for yourself and others. The throat chakra's center is right between the collarbone as it radiates down to the center of your heart, then back up to the center of your eyes. When it's balanced, it feels like you can speak clearly with love, kindness, and truth. Being balanced, you would know exactly which words are appropriate for each situation. Speaking with a balanced throat chakra will enlighten and inspire those around you. When it's overactive, you'll wind up spending a lot of time trying to make your voice heard. If you were somebody who had felt ignored or invalidated when they wind up expressing themselves, you may have tried to overcome this by giving yourself a louder voice. Those with the overactive throat chakra will often interrupt others, often be told that they have a loud voice or love to hear themselves talk. Physically, they might wind up suffering from frequent throat pain, frequent infections, or may have abundant issues with cavities and wind up having mouth ulcers. Having an underactive throat chakra are people who are shy and quiet. finding themselves unable to express themselves with their emotions or struggling for words when they are trying to speak the truth. Physical symptoms is dealing with digestive issues, of course, and because the energy is diverted away from the throat chakra, which is often winds up being swallowed and then sent down to the third chakra, which is the solar plex. Balancing the throat chakra is thinking before you speak, which I know, it's bad news for those who don't have filters. If anything, take it from Buddha before you wind up saying anything. Ask yourself this: is it true? Is it necessary? Or is it kind? So how do you energize that throat chakra? Well, speak the truth, even if no one is around. Practice expressing emotions and the truth when you're alone. So with that being said, let's finally talk about my favorite chakra, which is the third eye, which is the sixth chakra. The third eye is considered beyond wisdom. It's because this chakra winds up opening up our minds to information that is beyond the material world, or even the five senses. Extrasensory perception and intuition, or psychic energy, all comes from the third eye. There is actually a small pine cone shaped gland in your brain that takes in light. It's the pineal gland, which is responsible for helping you feel awake in the daytime and sleepy at night. Long before brain imaging, ancient cultures knew this third eye existed, and they also realized that it received information from sources outside of the five senses. And throughout cultures, one being Egyptians, there were picture images of creatures holding the pine cone to tell us that the secrets of the universe and the wisdom are found through the pineal gland. The third eye is between our eyebrows as it radiates down to our mouth and then back up the top of our head. Having balance in our third eye is definitely a beautiful thing. And it's really what one is trying to achieve when you start on the path into your spiritual development. When the third eye chakra is balanced, you'll eventually feel in tune with both the physical world and the material world. You will wind up receiving psychic information as frequently as you would receive information coming from your five senses. And it won't wind up overwhelming you. This is why the reality that everyone has capabilities and to be psychic or even be intuitive. It's just the difference is, for those that have it, is that they have done the work to activate it. It is highly unlikely that it will be overactive, unlike the other six chakras. But let's say hypothetically that it is overactive. One would likely wind up spending most of their time engrossed in psychic activities like tarot cards, astrology, or any other paranormal experience. Also, if it is overactive, these activities become overwhelming and would distract you from living a human experience. Having the third eye chakra underactive, well, honestly, most people have an underactive third eye chakra. You see, we wind up living in a world that often invalidates intuitive development, and due to this, we wind up closing off our third eye chakra and ignore our own psychic experiences. Doing this that can cause us to feel disconnected from our spiritual experience, and physically we may wind up feeling like we get headaches, frequent headaches, or have problems with allergies or even the sinuses. Also, what's good to know is that if you wind up consuming any type of fluoride, such as the fluoride that's in your toothpaste, or fluoride that's being put in water, or even fluoride that's being introduced to foods, that it will wind up calcifying your pineal gland, which will wind up keeping you from obtaining the psychic intuitive abilities. Energizing your third eye will take some practice, and you will have to devote some time to quiet, solitary meditation, and at first wind up getting used to feeling of focusing on signals outside of your physical body. Listen to your spirit and recognize how that feels. And as you practice this, it will get easier to connect with the energy from your third eye chakra. So let's go to the seventh chakra, the last chakra of the fantastic seven. The seventh chakra is the crown. It's also known as the thousand petaled because this chakra is pure conscious energy. This specific chakra is one of those energies that's kind of hard to explain. So let's try this. When you think of the crown chakra energy, think of it like magnetism. So when you hold a piece of metal to a magnet and you feel that energy and tension, but yet you can't see that energy, that is the spiritual and conscious energy coming from the crown chakra. You see, consciousness energy is everywhere and in everything, and it connects us to the entire universe. Our personal consciousness is located in the seventh chakra, but it's really more than just like a seed of the universe energy that is something personal than it is personal or individual. The crown chakra center is at the top of our head as it radiates down between your eyes, and then it extends to infinity upward and outward, connecting us to the energy of the rest of the universe. Achieving a balance of the crown chakra is good of every spiritual warrior, and it's not really easy to do. Think of it as the Buddhist concept of achieving nirvana. But once achieved, it's like you're not really human anymore. You've conquered suffering and you've conquered death. It brings us happiness. It brings us good health and wisdom. And trying to balance your seventh chakra will wind up aligning and balancing your other chakras. It's not possible to have an overactive crown chakra unlike the other 6 chakras. It's because it is the seat of universal energy. It is innately infinite. In other words, you can't even exist in the material world and be overcome with consciousness energy. When it's underactive, the seventh chakra means that simply you're human. Only focused on the material world than you are with the spiritual. Here are some ways to energize and balance this chakra, as well as to align all the other 6 chakras. Meditate, which, thankfully, YouTube has great meditations, and I suggest using frequency type meditations. Using mantras such as will help you activate and align your crown chakra, as well as your other chakras. Use chakra stones, such as hematite for the root chakra, tiger's eye for the sacral chakra, jasper for the solar plex, rose quartz for the heart chakra, aquamarine for the throat chakra, amethyst for the third eye chakra, and clear quartz or moonstone for the crown chakra. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos about the 7 chakras. I'm sure you guys have been enlightened and learned so much. You can watch even more great videos and be notified in the future for future videos, so please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. So you guys have a wonderful day and stay blessed and let love do the rest.